Okay. All right, today we are going to learn how to measure properly using a ruler so that we can take accurate measurements in the lab. Now, some of you might think, I know how to measure, I know how to use a ruler. We're going to go through this. So first thing we're going to do is measure this ant that's on the board. And we're going to take this ruler and move where the 0 would be. Sometimes a ruler shows 0, sometimes it's just the end. I'm going to move this to the end. And the important thing is here, we're going to take count of all the digits that we know. So for example, we know this ant is at least 1 unit long. We're not sure what the units are. They could be centimeters or millimeters or whatever. 1, I know that. That's a known unit. 1. And I know it's not 2. So I'm going to estimate somewhere in between the 1 and the 2. So my known digit is 1, and my estimated digit is going to be point something. I can estimate 1 digit. So if I look at it, I'm going to estimate that it's 1.7. That is my estimated digit. Known, estimated. So all measurements get all the known digits plus an estimate. Now if I flip this over, I have a ruler that looks a little bit different because it's got the units, but it also has tenths of a unit. These aren't feet and inches. These are the units plus tenths. So again, I'm going to put the 0 mark, the end of the ruler here. And again, I know that I have 1 unit. That's a known digit. I'll just put it over here, actually. Oops. Let's put it down here. I know I have 1 unit. But I also know that I have 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6. So 0.6 is also a known unit, known digit. And then I get to estimate between 0.6 and 0.7. I'm not sure exactly where that is, but I'm going to estimate, say, 1.64. And that is an estimated digit. Now I could have said that was 1.65 or 1.66. That's not important. The important thing is that I have an estimated digit. Okay, we're going to go ahead and let Mr. Rawlick go ahead and measure, switch places, measure this flask.
All right, so we have a flask that's tilted on its side, and we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to start our ruler at 0 at the beginning of the flask, and we're going to measure over. Now we know that this flask is at least 2 units, but it's shorter than the 3. So we know that it's at least 2. Now we're going to estimate how far past the 2 it is and how close to the 3 it is. Notice that it's further than halfway, and it looks like it's pretty close to the 3, so I'm going to say that it's 2.7. Okay? That 2 is known because you have the numbers, and it's at least 2, and the 7 is estimated because you estimated how far past the 2 you were. Now, we're going to flip it so that we have more of the graduations. We have the tenths places now. And if we do the same thing, we start the ruler at where the 0 mark is, and we look, we have a whole lot of different graduations here. So we can, again, measure it. We know that it's 2, and we can count. 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8. It's longer than 2.8, so it's at least 2.8. These are our known digits. Now we have to estimate how far past the 8. Well, if I look at my ruler, the line is just past the 8, so I'm going to say it's 2.83. That 3 is my estimated digit because the line is closer to your 8. All measurements should include all known digits and 1 estimated digit. This goes for rulers as well
as volume that we're going to measure in a graduated cylinder in class.